What's up, guys? Time for another episode of Woofer Test Wednesday. Welcome back to the Sundown Audio unofficial YouTube channel, where we show you all the stuff that goes on behind the scenes here at Sundown Audio. My name's Derek. This is going to be another episode of Woofer Test Wednesday, and doing something a little bit different, following on the footsteps of a video I did about a week or so ago where I showed you how to troubleshoot your Sundown Audio amplifier. Today on Woofer Test Wednesday, I'm going to show you how to troubleshoot your subwoofer, and we're going to use some Sundown Audio subwoofers here as examples. Now, the main reason I want to do this video, and I explained this in the amp video I did. If you haven't seen it, go back and check it out on the channel, how to troubleshoot your amplifier. Did it right here on the same bench. So we get a lot of products sent back for supposed warranty issues. People having trouble with their products, their amps, their subs, their speakers, whatever, and they call up tech support, email us, whatever. I'm having this issue, my subwoofer doesn't work. It's usually just as simple as that. My product doesn't work. Cool, send it in. They get their product sent in, and if you're curious about how our warranty process works, how the RMA process works, I have a video on that as well, talking all about the Sundown Audio warranty. You can find it right here on the channel. Look that up. But so they think they need a warranty claim. They're going to send their subwoofer in, since that's what we're talking about in this video. They send it back. We take care of this, that, all the communications. We even send shipping labels. We get their subwoofer in and bring it here to where all of the warranty stuff, what we typically do, we just refer to as RMA. We refer to it as all the RMA stuff. This is the RMA room. We bring it in, throw it on the bench, start to check it out, and we get a lot of product back, and there's just nothing wrong with it. Matter of fact, this subwoofer, this is the same subwoofer I used in the video talking about amplifiers. I opened that video with this subwoofer playing just fine. This subwoofer was sent back because of a supposed warranty issue. It didn't work. Got it here, checked it out. There is nothing wrong with this subwoofer. It works fine. No problem. And I want to help it where you won't have that issue. So if you have some kind of issue with your subwoofer, you can check it out yourself at home before going through the whole process of sending it into us and doing a warranty claim. Because if you send us back a subwoofer that works and we've done work with you and we've done paid for shipping to get back, well, now it's even it's just even more of a headache on the back end. So let's see what we can do to prevent all that from happening. All right, so while I got your attention, guys, want to give a shout out. Check out sundownunofficial.com. Get your Eat Sleep Sundown tees, hoodies, lanyards, koozies, all kind of cool stuff. Got a new miscellaneous section on there with tons of random stuff we're putting in there. Check it out, sundownunofficial.com, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. If you like what we're doing here, smash that button, give us a subscribe, something like that. All right, guys, so before we dig hardcore into the subwoofer itself, there are some things you need to do preventative, all right, before we even dig in the subwoofer. I'm a guess if you think you're having an issue, if you think your subwoofer is messing up, means you've lost your bass. You got no more boom boom. So before you even dig into your subwoofer, first things first, do at least a quick check on your amplifier. All right, look to even make sure your power light's on. This is a real thing. We've had people even just call up on tech support like, hey, my subwoofer's broke. And we just do some basic, hey, did you check this? Did you check this? And it turns out their remote wire went out, or something else happened and their amplifier wasn't even on. They had a fuse blow. Turns out they thought their sub was automatically the problem and their amp wasn't even turned on. So first things first, just do a quick basic inspection of your amplifier. Make sure it's on, and make sure everything's connected. Make sure you have signal. Amp is where I would start before I even really go for a subwoofer problem. As long as you didn't have any, let's say, secondary issues happen when your bass cut out. Now, if somebody's beating and they're bumping and all of a sudden your subwoofer started making a real bunch of bad noise, I'd probably go to it first. If all of a sudden your subwoofer started pouring a bunch of smoke out of it, I'd probably go check it first for something else. But if you're riding, you're beating, all of a sudden everything stops, First thing I'm gonna do is get out. I'm gonna do just visual quick inspection, check my amp, make sure my amp light is on, showing it even has power, make sure all my connections are good, my RCAs haven't fallen out, stuff like that. Yes, we've had issues where people have had their RCAs fall out of their amplifier and their bass stop working. So quick inspection, check your amp, make sure it's good to go first. All right, so we've lost bass. We just went ahead and just visually checked out a few things. Our amp's still on, no problem there. Our head unit's on and playing, no problem there. So it's like, all right, we don't think those are the issues. And in the how to troubleshoot your amplifier, I showed one last thing. If I haven't seen any big subwoofer experiences before I dig hardcore in it, I'm probably gonna, in the least, get my DMM. This is my DMM here at the shop. It's an old Craftsman. I use the devil out of this. As a matter of fact, every show I went to last season in Project SPL, this rode with me in the back of Project SPL. It's very inexpensive, works great. There's one small thing that could be better about this little cheap Craftsman, but I'll show you that to you in a little bit. Other than that, it works awesome. Great DMM. Everybody in car audio should have a DMM. So this is a handy tool. All right, so even if I'm like, all right, everything's on, I'm confident with my amplifier, before I dig in, I'm still gonna get my DMM. I'm gonna set it to read AC voltage, and I'm gonna touch my, oh, they're on this side. I'm gonna touch my outputs on my amplifier. So I showed you this and how to troubleshoot your amplifier. I'm gonna check that out while playing some music. More like I'm gonna try and throw a test tone or something on real quick just to have a steady signal. But I'm gonna check that amp for output to make sure there's signal actually getting to my box. After that, then time to dig into your amplifier, or excuse me, time to dig into your subwoofer. All right, so first things first. For now, I'm just gonna pretend I haven't even pulled my subwoofer out the enclosure yet. It's still in the enclosure. First thing I'm gonna do, again, we're in the enclosure, it's all there, I can't see none of this. I'm gonna walk up and I'm just gonna give it a quick physical inspection. All right, so you can look at it. You should obviously see if there's some tears or anything, see if your dust cap's loose, anything like that. But I'm sure everybody's done this at some point, you know, tapping on your sub or pressing on it. Let's see if I can get the camera in here. Do you hear that? Do it again. I know y'all can hear that on camera. So I know immediately it still moves, but you can hear that scrubbing noise. That tells me right there, that's an exploded coil. There's a problem going on inside of there. Our subwoofer's blown. All right, so if I press on my sub, if it's blown, I gotta take it out the box, check it out. If I don't feel anything physically wrong yet, next step, we gotta pull the subwoofer out of the box. So we pull it out. I said, say this scenario, already know there's a coil issue, something's in there scrubbing. I'm pretty confident it's blown, it's exploded somehow. So we're gonna pull it out the box and you know what, let me lay it down like this. Next thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna come around, you know, and I'm gonna look, give us a little light in here. And I feel scrubbing, so more than likely the coil's the issue, but real quick, I'm gonna give it a look. I don't see any issue with the tinsel leads. I don't see any issue with the triple joint. My glue looks good. Come down, let's look through some of those gaps. And oh yeah, I hope y'all can see that in there. You see those loose random strands of wire going everywhere? That means your coil's exploded. That's bad. So in that instance, yeah, immediately, you know, we felt on that subwoofer. We got some scrubbing, some scraping. Typically that points to a coil issue. We come down, we look, bam, you can see the coil in the gap. It's exploded. There's strands of wire going everywhere. We're done. We found our issue. But let's say next, let's try something else. Got another subwoofer here, and this one, it's a little beat up. Got some marks. So we get this one, we come in, and I'm like, all right, it moves. I don't feel any immediate scratchiness or nothing. There's some little funky there, but no immediate scratchiness. So again, I pulled it out the enclosure. I'm gonna get in here, and we're gonna do a little inspection. And I see some bad signs, but I can also immediately see, I don't know if y'all can, let's turn this right there. Yep, there's a problem with that tinsel lead. That thing's broke. So look. Yep, hopefully y'all can see that. I try to pry it up a little bit there. That tinsel lead has been popped. And yeah, I see some other issues in here, some physical issues. I don't know if y'all can tell if they're coming across on camera, but this subwoofer has been beat. More than likely, somebody used this in an enclosure that was too big and or put a ton of power on it. Yeah, they stretched this thing to cause some triple joint and some tinsel and some spider issues. But there we go. We have found our problem. Tinsel lead break and some mechanical issues in there around that triple joint. That's not a good sign. All right, so let's check out another subwoofer. Oh my Lord, what has somebody done here? Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you now, that's not warranty. I don't know what they did to this thing. I don't handle warranties. I have no clue why they sent this back, but that ain't getting covered. You got a problem there, bud. So anyway, we see this one, we know immediately, yes, somebody did not take care of their subwoofer. Somebody has caused some physical damage. But all right, you're troubleshooting your subwoofer, you check it out, we're pressing on it, no problem. I'm gonna pull it out the enclosure. Obviously I've seen some physical issues here, but honestly, even if you mess up your shroud like this, it can still play. It ain't gonna be right, but it's still gonna play. So it's moving freely. I got no issue. I come down, I'm gonna look. Man, the spider actually looks okay. I don't see a triple joint problem. In case y'all can't see in there, we'll give it some more light. My tinsels look okay, they look attached. We can come down, we can try and give a glance in here in the cooling vents. And I can see the coil. It don't look exploded, but it looks a little dark. So I know somebody abused this one. That coil looks really black in there, blacker than normal. Sometimes we do have some coils here, like we have certain coils, like some of the X coils, that they come from the factory already black. We just call them pre-burnt as a joke. So some coils will have that black look. This one's got a little extra tinge to it. So that's where I'm gonna default to my DMM. So I have my DMM and I'm gonna try and check the impedance on these coils. So I'm gonna turn this down. I'm gonna put this on impedance. And this is where I'm gonna highlight the downside to the Craftsman DMMs. Every Craftsman DMM I've owned has always been like this. There's resistance in the leads. So when I touch them together, I'm gonna get some form of resistance. That's fine as long as it's consistent. So if every time I touch this, you see it said 0.3, I know there's a consistent 0.3 on these leads, then all I gotta do is when I check a subwoofer, I subtract 0.3 from that, we're all good. So in this instance, I'm trying to do this one-handed. We're gonna hook this up. We're gonna hook this up, and then we're gonna try to read our impedance. And oh man, yeah, we got a problem. That thing's all over the place. Yeah, something ain't reading right. So I think since our impedance is all over the place, and that coil looked a little musty in there, plus adding the fact that somebody has definitely beat it, had some problems, I think somebody's cooked this thing. I'm gonna say they burnt that voice coil. It's still physically there. They didn't explode it like they did this SA15 over here. So with the coil still there, it's still intact, but they got it so hot it probably smoked, released a lot of bad smell, and now the coil's cooked, doesn't read impedance correctly, and will no longer play correctly. All right, so picture you've checked everything out. Let's bring this subwoofer over here. You checking it out mechanically. We have no noise. You took it out the box. You visually inspected it, checked it out. Triple joint good. Tinsel leads are good. No issues with our terminals. We looked at our coil. Coil still looks nice and shiny and looks fine. Brought in our DMM. brought this in, we hooked it up. My DMM's reading good. My coils are reading fine. I'm getting in proper impedance. Can't find any issues. So here's the last effort, the last step, that if any way possible, test your subwoofer in another setup. Okay, get a friend's car, maybe you have another car with a system in it, any other way that you can somehow essentially do a quick bench test. So for right here, we're just gonna use this as an example. We got our amplifier, head unit and all, where we can test stuff. If you can take it out and just hook some jumpers up in a friend's car, anything, any way you can put some power. It could be your home stereo. You could take some wires from your home radio and plug into this thing just to try an alternate source, see if you can get it to play. So it would be, we're just gonna go pop it and hook it up real quick because we couldn't find any issues with this subwoofer. And we're gonna go over here. And we put it in our friend's car and we turned it up. And hallelujah. There we go. Praise. Our subwoofer plays. There's nothing wrong with it. Back to the drawing board. There's another issue in our car. So there you go, guys. Before you go jumping on social media or even shooting an email or phone call, whatever, to a company, just a few little steps that you can do on your own, real quick, real simple, real easy, to troubleshoot your subwoofer, see if you can find an issue with it. And if you do, great. If not, feel free to call us up here at Sundown Audio. If you have an issue with your Sundown Audio product, the phone number is 828-459-1980. We got a few techs here that will be happy to get on the phone and troubleshoot with you. Help run you through some steps, some things to check, some things to test out before we go through the full RMA process and get you sending a product back in here. Because let me tell you, I can't put out any official numbers, but it is unbelievable the amount of products we get back, just like this one, and there's just nothing wrong with. So that's it. Hopefully this has helped you guys out. Hopefully we've learned a little something in case you didn't know some of the basic steps there. And time to wrap this up. Remember to check out sundownofficial.com for your Eat, Sleep, Sundown tees, hoodies, lots of cool swag on there, lanyards and koozies and decals and all that cool stuff. Remember to smash that subscribe button for me. If you like our videos, give us a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments what you think. What do you think of these videos like this, the troubleshooting videos? Did a Mythbusters video the other day, and it got a lot of attention, and a lot of people are asking for more. So if you want to see me do some more Mythbusters style videos, let me know what you want to see. Put it in the comments, what kind of tests you want me to do, what kind of myth you want me to bust. But that's it. I'm out of here. Like, subscribe, thumbs up, and until next time, we'll see y'all then.